Hey now, say now.
Hey now, say now.
It is I, your host, Erica J.
And I'm VTA or Vernon, whichever you want to call me.
And this is the Petty on the Rocks podcast.
Access granted.
Hey.
Alright. You want to jump into how they're still out here killing us black people? Or,
Sure, definitely. I mean, while it's hot on the presses, unfortunately, it's always hot on the presses.
Right. So it's been a lot going on. And hey, kitty cat, what you pit pat me for?
Hey.
Mixie is cutting up. I shouldn't have gave her no chicken salad. I don't know if you're supposed to give a cat chicken salad, but anyway, a family of a California man who was shot in the back multiple times by undercover San Bernardino police
Yeah.
officers are demanding the department release footage from the cops' body-worn cameras. The family of Robert Adams claims the 23-year-old was fatally wounded by officers who did not identify themselves before they got out of their unmarked car and ran after Adams in a San Bernardino parking lot. Civil rights attorney Ben Crump, who is representing Adams' family, said Adams did not even have a chance to speak to the officers before they started shooting. It is unbelievable that another black family has to bury their child due to police shooting first and asking questions later. Crump said in a statement on Tuesday, Robert appeared to be simply walking around the parking lot when officers exited their unmarked vehicle, firing their weapons at him immediately. Crump added that Robert never even had a chance to explain himself. We demand a San Bernardino Police Department We demand the San Bernardino Police Department to release all available information and body camera footage from the incident to the family and the public, so the family can get answers as to what happened to their loved ones in his final moments. So it goes on to say, and you can actually see this article on the New York Post. So there's footage from this building security camera caught the confrontation and has gone viral since July 16th. The footage shows two officers in an unmarked car parked a few yards away from an alleged illegal gambling facility around 8 p.m. By the way, someone called the police there. Adams is seen in the footage seen talking to someone before walking toward the unmarked vehicle. The two officers then jumped out of their vehicles with their guns drawn and chased after Adams. So I'm just going to stop right there. Y'all, you guys can go and Google the rest or view the rest. Everything about this was fucked up because it goes back into him running away. So if he's running away, he's not a threat. So you're now chasing him. So he ran, y'all shot him in the back. I don't know how many times it takes for a person to stop running once they've been shot in the back, but multiple gunshots to the back is unnecessary. And this goes back into my whole point of we need to get this shit right, because it's crazy. We can't do shit but protest. You protest, you end up going to jail, or you could possibly be in the same predicament. And I feel so bad for all the families and this family and the young man. Like, okay, and I just can't stand how the media likes to put that image. Okay, well, it was an illegal gambling facility. He was one of the articles I read said he was an unlicensed security guard. Okay, that doesn't mean he wasn't qualified. Who's to say he didn't have a permit to carry? We don't know. But y'all didn't say he didn't. So, because now they're saying allegedly he had a weapon on him.
Okay.
But it was never drawn to them. So, with that being said, they need to imply the rule. The rule would be to take the oath. The oath would be, if you want to be an officer of the law, you have to take this oath. You can't sign up, you can't join, you can't enlist without it. And the oath basically says it's an eye for an eye. If you kill anybody unlawfully with excessive force or intent to just terminate without probable cause, then you too will be terminated without probable cause. Oh well, you'll have a cause because clearly they can kill us and just lose their job and go find another job, be protected, and it just go on and on. Like I feel like the
Yeah.
justice system ain't doing their fucking job. That's really all I gotta say about that. And this story is much like many other stories, and it's fucked up and it's sad and it's like, what the fuck? What the fuck? What are we paying our tax dollars for? To be
And
killed in the street like dogs?
this isn't the same guy who shot in that lady's apartment building, right?
No.
Okay. All right. See, thing about the so funny how you got that story, right? But the story I got
Mm-hmm.
is a dude getting shot by the police because he tried. No, this is a whole different story though. But he got shot by the police, and there was a lot of Black Lives Matter protesters sitting there in that area. One of the victims of the situation the police got called for came out and
Mm-hmm.
was like, "Look," and she was frantic when she was yelling to them. She was like, "Look, man, I understand what y'all got going on, but this here is not a George Floyd situation.
Oh
This
shit.
motherfucker me, and he shot at my apartment. Whether he shot at that apartment accidentally or not, I got holes in my kitchen. I got holes here and there. I called the police because my apartment was being shot at.
Mm-hmm.
And so instead of me getting the story you got about the unarmed dude that, well, he wasn't unarmed, but the armed dude that ran off and got hit, that was, doing some security, blah, blah, blah. I get the story about the crazy dude that, was all over TikTok, and they got footage of this dude all over TikTok just being weird. And
Mm-hmm.
they was like, well, he suffered from mental illness, da da da. Look, man, I know people say they got mental illness, but I don't think everybody with mental illness is on social media with their guns out.
More.
And a lot of people with mental illnesses have guns. So yeah, so I'm not about to sit there and be up and down about the situation. Like, it makes no sense. No sense. Absolutely no sense.
Mm-mm-mm.
Damn, hotline.
Yeah, right.
But anywho, I feel bad for the situation in which you're describing, because too many times the law gets to slide in situations where the
I just
civilians
want to
won't.
know, where is the ops for the ops? Like, how?
Hey, and another thing, I'm petty. This is Petty on the Rocks. You know, this is what we do. I'm sorry. Ben Crump, attorney Ben Crump. I don't think, look, I don't care how I'm about to sound. I I have an extreme. He gives me he gives me a vibe like he's not genuine.
Mm. And who is this?
Attorney Ben Crump, attorney Benjamin Crump.
And
A lot of things about his vibe just doesn't seem genuine. It seems like he just wants his face in front of every single case that is
mhm.
of this nature, regardless if
Whose case
it's
do we
good or
have
bad.
now?
Ironically, he is the face of both of these cases that we're talking about.
Good. Is he black?
Yes.
So he's like the Al Sharpton.
Trying to be. He was the face of he was the attorney that took on the Trayvon Martin case.
So now he is the face of black tragedies.
Every time a black person gets shot down by the police, I feel like he plays like, oh shit, let me jump on this case first.
Right.
And he don't be winning a lot of these fucking cases.
Oh shit. He just be. Damn, they
Like,
said all publicity is good publicity, I guess.
but it kind of turns my conspiracy theorist brain on though.
Why?
Niggas ain't been happy since George Zimmerman got let free.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't give a compelling enough argument to get George Zimmerman locked up. So why do people keep letting him take these cases pro bono?
Yeah.
Why aren't people like, all right, bruh, we cool on you?
Anybody else want to take a shot? A swing at it?
I don't know, but I feel like he the ops.
He playing it.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna take on this case. I'm gonna take on this case. I got you, guy. I got you, guy. I feel like he's getting paid more money to take on these cases. Look, if I'm wrong, I would advise somebody to enlighten me further so I don't always have to feel like a hater.
Send it to the pod. Send it to the podcast Twitter. Petty OTR podcast. Petty OTR podcast, and that's on Twitter.
Because I feel as though he's just trying to get airtime. Do you know he look, he got a show, he had a show that was on it was on the A&E network,
Mm-hmm.
and it was called Who Killed Tupac?
Mm-hmm.
Um and I just felt like, why, if you're an attorney and you like feel like you care about making a difference,
Mm-hmm.
this guy had a highly extremely publicized murder. Motherfuckers know who did it already, type
Mm-hmm.
shit. What is your aim to just re-highlight the rehash a situation that everybody know what's up with it? Motherfuckers just like at peace with the shit.
Mm-hmm.
His mama done died already. Well, I don't know if his mother died at the time of that show being aired, but it's like, bro, give the shit a rest. Like, how much airtime do you need in your life? So you telling me as soon as shit got a little slow for your movements and you couldn't pick up a case of another unarmed dude getting shot up, you went to Hollywood and Las Vegas, both places that are controlled by the fucking alphabet people, and not the alphabet people that we'll talk about later, but like the government agencies. So, I just feel as though we we don't know who's setting us up out here these
We
days.
don't know.
I know I sound like I'm all over the place and I'm just ranting, but like, dog, people like him make me think that there's really a bigger setup out there.
Mm-hmm.
Why is he always attaching his face to these tragedies? Why does it always feel like he's searching for a photo op instead of really fighting for the justice?
That I don't know.
Like, that's just something we should think about when we start seeing these people. Like,
Yeah, because everybody want to put their face on black situations, black matters, and they really don't give a fuck.
right.
To be
Think about it. The founder of Black Lives Matter is made,
that crump cake hoe
yeah, has turned it into a brand and made money off of a fucking
tragedy.
cause. Yeah, a cause, like, really made the money. I don't care what she's then to contribute or some shit, she's gotten cut a check. You got cut a check and did outlandish shit instead of, putting certain things into place to fucking get us on track.
Right.
Like, why the fuck you get all that money and can't help Dr. Umar? I'm just saying, if Black Lives really matter and you got a motherfucker that's trying to teach some shit that could go in a positive direction, why ain't motherfuckers trying to help out Reza Islam? Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of progressive people that's trying to do shit to further the strengthen the melanateds. Why are they so come on, why is everybody so divided? I'm not trying to be this person. I know I'm amped up. Terrible. Anyway, there's an abundance of support for the Asian community. An abundance of support for the Asian community. Riddle me this, y'all. We know a lot of entrepreneurial individuals. Like, we individually have our own networks of a lot of entrepreneurial individuals.
Talented.
The Asians
You went out a
that could
little
come
bit.
up with the strip mall
You went out a
that
little bit.
has. That sucks.
Why is
that sucks. Okay, so
why is it always the Asians that, and no offense, I'm not making this about a race thing. I'm making this about a unity thing.
we get it.
Why can they pool up all their money and come up with a little square foot of space and put a nail salon, a massage parlor, a restaurant, a mini fruit and grocery, and a convenience store, maybe with like and I'm not trying to be, this isn't about race, but people go for what they know, along with a damn a liquor store and a karate spot, and sprinkle in a CVS or something somewhere in that same strip mall.
Hurry up and buy.
How can they pull it off, but we can't? How can a group of Latin based individuals, or South American based individuals, or whatever you want to call them? I'm not trying to be insensitive. I said Asian, so I want to say the Latin community. How can a group of them come together and do the same thing, establish one of the same dreams? You see them buy out a restaurant here and a restaurant there. Then you see them buy out the grocery store. A grocery store here, grocery store there. Next thing you know, they have a whole town and community. They don't even need English speaking people around. They only need English people for the school system. So they could have 2 languages under their belt. Children are being raised bilingual. Already an advantage on us. Like, all of their children, if one dad is a mechanic, all his kids know how to fix cars for the most part. If the dad know carpentry, all the kids learn carpentry for the most part. And so on and so forth. The dad get a trade, all the kids develop the trade. And they pass that trade all down to their kids. Same shit with the Indian community. There's a reason why they push becoming a doctor or something in that field all day long. Doctor, or own a hotel. Shout out to the last name Patel. It's like Smith over there. It's like Johnson over there. It's like Brown over there. It's like Jones over there. Patel is like the most, yeah. Patel is like,
They have some hotels out here in Pennsylvania, Harrisburg.
the Patel's thick.
Yeah.
And they don't all know each other, but for the most part, they do know that they're all related and all connected. So they just do the respect. Oh, your dad wanted you to be a doctor too, huh? But you fell into the hotel shit, huh? Oh man, it'd be like that. It'd be like that. Ha ha ha. Like, why can't a group of Bellamy's get together, or why can't a group of the last name Bey? Why can't a group of Bays get together, or why can't a group of Johnsons get together and just, oh, all right, we all got this. We can figure out how to line this up, or group of Davises. It's a lot of I'm just saying. That even goes to. I must shut up. We could talk all day. I'm gonna shut up because we could have. I had 20 more minutes.
Jesus Christ. Cheese and crackers.
Obscure scene, take 2, action!
Okay. So,
Oh man, I was about to turn into Grandpa Simpson.
okay.
I was gonna turn into Grandpa Simpson. Thank God you stopped me.
And other news. What's okay? Let's say congratulations because she done did some shit that I'm confused about. Because anybody who makes me sue them, or I have to fucking pay them a large lump sum of money, I don't think I would have a partnership or business with them. Because, bitch, please, bitch, please. Why are you saying bitch, please? I know y'all heard about Monique getting a motherfucking special through, with, and on Netflix.
Mm.
And this is the same woman who just sued them for unethical behaviors. Now, I said it one time, I'm saying it again. I said one or two things. She got some shit on their ass. Or she got some shit on their ass. Maybe it's a recorded conversation or something, because y'all know Mo be doing that, recording conversations. So, what is it? Because I can't. And then what does that say about her? Like, I guess that's like, hey, they cut me the check. I guess all is forgiven. I don't know, but they didn't give you the check because they wanted to hire you. They gave you the check because they wanted you to, I guess, just I don't know, settle out of fucking court. And now you're telling me that not only did they pay you to settle out of court, now they're gonna hire you and they're gonna work with you and allow you to put your content on their motherfucking platform.
Mm.
So I don't know what to make of that, but
You don't find that suspicious? You
Nick,
don't find that suspicious? You don't
Nick,
find that suspicious?
that part, that part, that part, that part. Hot
Oh,
dog, hot diggity dog.
I tell it to you, the best thing I could say is to that statement is the only reason I could understand that red deal is
What?
because they paying her anyway. So
So
if I'm
that
paying,
doesn't make them look more guilty of some fuck shit, or
look, man, even if sometimes people are aware of a situation where you might be just paying for their time, and you're like, well, if I'm paying you for this time, I might as well maximize. the experience. Let's see what you got.
Jesus Christ.
Like
Can't
that's how that's the
if they're proving themselves right and her wrong. But there's
hey.
a lot of damage control. It's like
But I would
literally
but
just dig her
and
out.
I look at it like that's a win-win for everybody.
Wow.
Yeah. Think about it. If all right, if I sued you, right?
Mm-hmm. What you want to send me for my cat?
Look, man, let's just we just hypothetically you have billions, I have millions.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like you owe me a couple million. You feel
Mm-hmm.
like you don't owe me the shit.
Mm-hmm.
We duke it out in court. You
Mm-hmm.
finally get tired. You're like, man, I'm gonna cut your motherfucking ass a check and the big ass. Leave me the fuck alone ass check too, nigga.
Mm-hmm.
You cut me that check.
You ultimately won.
Hold on though. Hold on though. After you cut me that check, you look at certain things that's also going on around you. Because you cut me that check because you got way bigger fish to fry going on around you.
But
So
when you run out of court fee money before I was?
hold on. No, because I got because you the one with the yeah, exactly. That too.
So why
But
didn't they just
peep game no. But peep game no. You got the bread. I don't got the bread. I'm like, y'all did me dirty. Y'all owe me the bread. So y'all cut me a deal for some bread. A nice amount of bread. But y'all got bigger fish to fry than me. Y'all motherfucking easier shit. Like y'all going through bidding wars with streaming places.
mm,
Y'all doing price hikes. So y'all losing people. Like
mm-hmm.
Netflix just lost 1 million subscribers.
Oh yeah. Did we cover that or
Nah, that shit just they just reported that like this morning that they
no,
lost
nigga,
that million people.
I seen something that was talking about their drop in subscribers because of
Oh,
this
okay. So maybe I
other
seen it
platform.
late. But
Yeah, they were
yeah.
saying that they were predicting that they were going to lose even more, and then all the people they fired. Was that them that fired all them goddamn people?
Yeah, yeah. So think about it. I just lost 1 million people. I just motherfucking fired a whole bunch of people. And I just cut you a big ass check. Well, you just did that. Lost a
Netflix.
bunch of money. You just fired a bunch of people. You just cut me a big ass check. My bad, because we stand on the topic of you being a billionaire and I'm just being a millionaire. So the first thing you're gonna want to do when you lose all that money is find a whole bunch of ways to re-up. And you're like, you know what? We just paid her this money. My bad. You know what? You just paid me this money. I can't be. I'm all smiles. I'm fucking $50 million worth of smiles now. About a month and a half just passed. Motherfucking, you done let me go on vacation, go somewhere, get it off. Every piece of bad worry, stress, blah 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 blah. You come to me with a fucking mature ass proposal because you want some of that million, you want some of those million subscribers back, and believe it or not, this is a win-win because if I do well on this comedy special, then you're going to make hella bread. If I don't do well on this comedy special, it don't really affect you in the long term because you already paying me money. You could roll in the money that you already paying me and leverage it on some other shit. I don't know if it makes sense to you, but I'd rather do a deal with somebody I just gave all this bread to than to go find somebody else new to do a deal with. I just gave you this money. You know what I'm saying? I trust that you're going to come through. Even if we fought for this little bit of money, I just gave you this money. I'm gonna still trust that you gonna come through if I offer you some bread to do some shit. I don't even got you saying no. Like that, I believe that was their approach. You feel me? Like I
Well,
don't got you saying no to the money because I just gave you a bunch of money.
oh shit, I done dozed off.
Oh, my bad.
Whew.
If I ain't just give you a bunch of money, then yeah, you know.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
What else you got for me, baby?
Sesame Street Place.
Ooh, them gangster ass racist people.
So here's the deal. I've talked about it before. I'm gonna talk about it again. Pennsylvania has 9 known hate groups in the central Pennsylvania area. If you know how big Pennsylvania is, 9 groups is more than a fucking enough. So within the groups, they span from like York Harrisburg area, which is very 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 much home, and then they have of course like Perry County. So I told you about the classmate that was found hung in Perry County, and they
Mm,
controlled the media, so the story was never published for the archives or just the sake of publishing the young man's findings. So if you Google Perry County, you'll know how many uh, percentage is black, and it's less than 1%. Not
mm,
to mention, there is a pub in Carlisle that I've mentioned before that says whites only, and they fund the city, so they're allowed to do what they want. Don't know who these people are, but clearly they don't like any other color than white. So, longer story short, um, Sesame Place, guess where it's at? Fucking Pennsylvania. And then when I tried to see if it's any other location, I think this is the only one in the world because, or at least the only one in the United States. Because when I put in locations, that's the only one that popped up. So pretty
mm,
much, my message before I start is stop giving people who don't even fuck with you your money, and let alone it's a little research never hurt nobody. I'm not faulting anyone. I'm not saying that's what is expected. However, I am saying that do your research about where you're going to go and be with your family. So, long story short, the little children was on the side of the parade. The mother tried to wave out to the fuzzy lady Rosita, whatever her name is, character, and the character or the person inside playing the character like shoved off the children, like not pushed them physically, but kind of waved them off, but engaged with the fan who was white, a child fan who was white. And first they tried to say it's because Disney, I mean not Disney, sorry again Disney, Sesame Street Place sent out an apology and pretty much was like, we sometimes can't see below the mask, and all them kids were about the same ages, same heights. There was no overly tiny children, but yeah, they tried to say they could possibly not have seen the child because of the costume, and then they also said that what the fuck they said. Sorry, y'all, I'm a little high and sleepy.
mm,
Uh, oh, okay, the costume. Oh, and that they have a no because of COVID, they're not allowed to hold the children, and that the shake off with the hand was not necessarily for said children that the video was
mm.
viral over. It was just a thing. So yeah, I've been, I don't know. I've just been thinking about what we can do to let people know if they don't fool us, just say that. If you don't fuck with niggas and that's your place of business, and black people support it. If you don't want to be uncomfortable, be honest. And that goes with anything and anybody, you know.
Yeah, is closeted racism sucks. If you're gonna be racist to my face. My
Yeah.
opinion on these girls being dissed by this character is I find it unfair that in that same video clip you see what appears her to like be high fiving a white person or something like that, or embracing a white person or a person that's of lighter complexion, but just like shunning these girls. And
Mm-hmm.
then there's even more footage that has came about of the mascots or what have you just being inappropriate to the children.
Try
That
it.
behavior is unacceptable. Sesame Place should be boycotted. They
Mm-hmm.
should just stop watching that shit altogether. I know it's free, it's cute, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, there should be a deeper investigation into at least the practices at Sesame Place, because do they not know that the character that Elmo is black and has been black all this?
Nope.
Like, it's a couple of characters on there that are black and have been black. So it's like, I don't understand why there has to be such a divide even on the most basic of levels. The most basic of levels. All right, that's my take on it. I feel bad, like, into like a racial podcast. uh, while I'm here, let's see, where is it at? They said that they have spent billions of dollars into researching robots and creating artificial intelligence algorithms, and now they're saying that robots are becoming racist and sexist, which is crazy to me that we are living in a time, they're about to turn artificial intelligence into, or they're making an attempt to make them another race, essentially. Like, they're trying to include them into our landscape. It's going to take a while, but it's not going to be as long as we think. I'm not sure if we'll see it in our lifetimes, but I'm 100% sure that our kids will see it in their lifetimes. So, it's weird. It's weird. It is weird. Um, I think she is asleep on me, guys. Well, because I love you guys, I'm going to keep the party rolling. Um, Louis Vuitton Air Force One sold out in a half a second. People was waiting on them for 2 hours. They sold out in a half a second. The resale value will be nearly $11,000. Um, those are, I guess, one of the last set of shoes crafted by Virgil, and so I think that's why the price was so high. Um, I have an issue with all of these designers. With the way that the world is going and in the direction and in the place that the world is going into, I just feel like these designers should ease up a little bit. But of course, I will sound like the hater because in business, if there's a market for something, you exploit the market. And obviously, brands like Louis Vuitton, Balenciaga, uh, Laurent, uh, and people of that ilk or what have you, they really have found a way to exploit the system and get people to buy into this material lifestyle. I remember when just having a regular pair of Jordans was flashy enough. Nah, then about 10 years ago, like, you had to have, maybe 12 years ago, you had to have Pradas. You had to have $1,000 shoes with the shoes with no strings. Had no shoes with no shoestrings. So that is a crazy, crazy, crazy world we living in. While I don't have my counterpart to offer her opinion at the moment, I'll just talk about something else that's bothering me. The internet has really created industry plants realistically out of nowhere. The fake Lil Durk, Perkio, is charging, I think, $5,000 for a verse and $10,000 for an appearance or something of that nature. So DJ Vlad asked if he could use some fake money because this is a fake rapper. Perkio gets on camera talking tough to DJ Vlad with a purse on. Now, I'm just talking shit. I know it ain't a purse. I know what kind of bag that is. I ain't lost touch. You feel me? So don't play with me in these streets. I know what time it is. I'm just trying to be funny for the sake of being funny. So this nigga's throwing shots at an old media dude, and I hate to call you old, Vlad, but you know what I mean when I say that. At an established veteran media guy who is not of the streets at all, a known history not being of the streets at all. He just covers the culture. He's not of the streets at all. This guy decides to sit there and threaten him. Oh, see about me, and your wife could see about me too, and da 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 da, and you a pussy. I'm like, bruh, you look weak. You are a parody of someone else. You have dedicated the better part of 3 years of being a parody to someone else. I don't know if it's been 3 years or not. I'm not in this business. I'm just saying. I just believe that things like that type of nature shouldn't even be tolerated. Like, why do we always have to entertain clown shit? Why does clown shit make the news before real shit? Why, if 6ix9ine do some shit, it just make the news? Yep, still irrelevant ass nigga, Lil Pump, irrelevant ass niggas do some shit, make the. Thank God Lil Xan ain't got an opinion on nothing right now. Ain't heard nothing from him. Super quiet. Thank God, but look, Izzy Drake has made headlines for getting banned off Instagram. These niggas are parodies of niggas. They have woke up and decided to be a parody of a nigga. No offense, but I just feel like it's whack. Even the Klay Thompson dude that went on to the Warriors, went into the Warriors stadium dressed as Klay Thompson and shot those jump shots, thinking he was Klay Thompson and gonna get his Klay Thompson on. It makes no sense to me. Since when has it been a crime to be yourself? Like, I've joked around on here about, oh, I do this for the money, or I do that for the money. Those are jokes, man. Realistically, we pushing this platform to get to this bag because we are passionate about this platform and getting to the bag. Aside from this platform and getting to the bags, I'm gonna go take me a job with a W-2 until I figure out other paths to greatness along with this path. You feel me? Like, I ain't got time to try and be nobody else. It's hard enough playing the character of Vern. I be wanting to blurt out my real name and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? And those who know me, they know me. So what's up? I'm glad. Hopefully some of y'all are listening to this thing here. You know, and life is what life is. But since when has it been bad to be yourself? Since when has it been a crime to be yourself? It feels like even individuality is on trial these days. And we need to address that. We need to think about that, and we need to address that. And that's why I I brought that up like that. Let's see. I'm gonna just talk about the stuff me and her had things that we were going to talk about, but she's unavailable at the moment, so I'm going to just rap to y'all. You know, I'm getting my conspiracy bag. You know, the CIA hit an ad on us right before us where I listened to it at. I listened to the podcast. CIA was like, "Hey, you know the CIA is hiring." So we know y'all listening to us. We know. We know, we know, we know. All right. So since I know that you know that we know, the US government has spent over $75 million to prosecute Bray Bonds for steroids. It only spent $20 million investigating 9/11. We just gotta you know, I'm gonna just leave that where it's at. I'm gonna leave that where it's at. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's husband bought up $5 million worth of computer chip stock right before the House voted on a bill that could deliver billions in subsidies to boost the chip manufacturing industry. It's all a setup. A lot of shit is definitely nepotism. It happens at the highest levels. Everybody has a winner takes all approach. And unfortunately, we have been trained. They brought us up since school to want to like believe that the government is honest and things happen. That's why they have student governments, all stuff. And they really have tried to implant the idea that a lot of things is a democracy, when in fact it ain't. It's all about who you know. It's all about how you can pull something off. Soon as you get on, it's about how long you can stay on and who else you can put on. Like for real. I they want these people be the same people that tell us to tighten up things by our bootstraps. And we don't. We don't get that. We don't get that luxury. Let's see. Men, we gotta get it together. And we got to get it together. A New Haven man, pistol waving New Haven, was arrested after he drew a gun on two women for not thanking him for holding the door open for them. My brothers, my brothers, my brothers, we have to get things together. Our women deserve better. Our sisters deserve better. Why are you pulling the gun on these women? Who hurt you, bro? Would you like to talk about it? I was told that there should be a lot more therapy and a lot more mental health care going into the prison system. I wholeheartedly believe it. I wholeheartedly believe it. I don't feel like the world we live in is even providing us with opportunities to be to properly rehabilitate. And I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I think it sucks. Um oh man. Let's see. Shout out to Sierra for looking good. Looking good as hell. Looking good as hell. Now, I know we probably talked about this a long time ago, but I'm gonna say it again. Once upon a time, somebody made a car that was fueled with water that could travel from LA to New York on 22 gallons. You heard me. Once upon a time, somebody made a car that's fueled from water that could travel from LA to New York. Gallons. There has to be a bigger agenda on why the governments and the powers in the world that be continue to want to see us kill each other and kill our resources of the planet. We have to think bigger. We have to understand that sometimes things are really, really out of our reach and above us. But it's scared. That person who had that news story, right? I mean, no, my bad. That person that invented that, he believes he was poisoned, right? And I know I've said it. I know I had a talk with this exact podcast about this before. But these days, we live in a world where you got to keep your ideas to yourself or until you done figured out a way to where you have mass produced something unreal, some unreal things to where they can't beat you. They just got to deal with you. And, I apologize that this podcast went a little off course. We had some other things to talk about, but it didn't quite work out that way. I'm only cutting it short here because I believe she would have maybe won.
Sure, because I'm just going into all kind of stuff.
Hey, no, while I'm here, the U.S. and he's thinking like, look, we started out this episode talking about police killings, right? We're gonna end this episode talking about what happened in Uvalde. Uvalde, Texas, Robb Elementary School, where those, I think, 21 people unfortunately lost their lives. I believe that's including the gunman. I'm not sure. Whatever. I'm not in the mood to get into the details of the horrifics. But they showed all this footage of all these police. For one, somebody had to jump on him and could have shot him and could have saved those children. That person should be fired. You see somebody running up into or near a school with a gun, and you don't take the shot, regardless of I would have took that shot regardless. Fire me for taking the shot to save 20 children. I'm gonna be a hero. GoFundMe is going to support what I did. please fire me for saving 20 kids. I don't know why. I don't understand why they have trained police enforcement, like law enforcement, to like appear to be dumb as fuck. Like a lot of the reason why people don't like the police or rock with the police is because the police be sounding dumb as fuck. They be looking dumb as fuck. They be acting dumb as fuck. And these the people y'all get guns to. These the people y'all make in charge of writing up tickets and citations and, you know, placing people under arrest, and they be looking dumb. They all be looking like Reno fucking 911, bruh. They all be looking like super troopers. They be looking goofy, bruh. Like, let's get some relatable police. If they're like, for real, let's get some relatable police in the mix. Because anybody with a real heart would have tried to stop that guy. They had all these people around. They had over 400 officer personnel surrounding the junk while he just killing people. Motherfuckers on their phones, fucking around with the fuck around. Like, nah, man, come on, man. These kids deserve better, man. These kids deserve better. Humanity deserves better. Speaking of which, there's a comic. I do not know his last name, but his first name is Marcel. He's from out of the country. I'm going to just segue this. They said they did a study in America where they gave a group of kids.
The United States of America, commonly known as the United States or America, is a transcontinental country primarily located in North America. Would you like to hear more?
No. That's funny, though. Even Siri talking that shit to me. But anyway, they did a study in America, and the study, the comedian said that they did a study in America, and in the study, they gave all these kids a marshmallow, one marshmallow, and said, if you wait for 15 minutes, you'll get a whole nother marshmallow as long as you don't eat the other marshmallow. They said 73% of the children pulled out their guns, held all the teachers hostage, and ran down to the marshmallow place and ate marshmallows and killed the teachers anyway.
Damn.
It's the greatest joke in history.
I just woke up again.
I know. You sleep the whole time. I know. It's cool. It's cool. I've been talking the whole time. It's okay.
Thank you.
It's cool. It's cool.
I was
It is
high as
okay.
shit.
It's okay. I talked about a bunch of shit we wouldn't have talked about together. I just found other random shit to talk about. Yeah.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
I
So
forgot what I was even thinking about and everything. Jesus.
the beauty of life is you woke up at the end of the joke and said, damn. So it felt like you responded to the joke.
Did we cover me? We covered everything else?
I didn't cover anything else that we both were supposed to cover together.
Oh.
Yeah, I totally went off of everything. Yeah, I did it on purpose though, because I ain't want to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can't believe that. How long was I asleep?
You can sleep about 20 minutes. You slept for a little minute. I was like, damn. Damn,
the damn beanbag chair.
That thing is that. That thing is that.
Negro. Oh my God.
Look, I ain't even talking about the cat video game.
Go ahead, take us home, Big Daddy.
Hey, there is a video game that allows you to be a cat, and it's named Stray.
Yeah.
And
I can't.
it has adorable internet videos already, and it is a hit among cats.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
it's cat.
You get to play as a cat in the neighborhood. It's a weird neighborhood, but you get to play a stray cat as a neighborhood. And believe it or not, I think it's genius
Uh-huh.
because so many people love cats. Like, it's like when somebody came up with like The Sims,
Mm-hmm.
where you could just be an everyday person or everyday shit, or Grand Theft Auto. Believe it or not, I feel the same way about this shit. I know it sounds a little weird, sounds a little like nigga. You got a lot invested in this, but no, a lot of people be
Not but no.
very interested in cats.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it.
I'm
You
about
made
to
a
make a
book about your cat.
TikTok. I was about to say, yeah, I'm about to make Pixie her own mix. I said her own mixtape. Jesus, I'm
Yeah,
make Mixie her own TikTok.
yeah,
Literally,
for
just her.
real. And watch how
No,
much
she
that
not.
don't blow up.
She her TikTok already gonna be better than mine. I see it now.
Yeah, it's gonna blow up and gonna be, man, a thing. You could make
That's
her watch little cat videos on YouTube.
yeah. That sleep was so good.
I believe it, baby. I believe it.
I'm so sorry. I was trying to stick in there. And I
Hey,
told me get the fuck up. I said nah. I'm gonna sit right here. Now let me
hey,
just lay out a little bit, and I lay out. Whew.
yes, indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Was there anything else you would like to talk about?
I honestly didn't cover any of the things me and you were supposed to talk
Oh
about.
shit.
So
So
if
wait, what?
you still have topics, we can cover them. If you don't, I understand, and I will try to write up
What you
us.
covered while I was asleep?
Yeah, yeah. Because I didn't even talk about the lady that identifies herself as a cat.
Oh shit.
Yes, I ain't go there. I ain't talk about a lot of stuff. I ain't talk about a lot of stuff.
Damn.
Yeah, I just went off topic. I
That's
talked.
gonna be like a whole nother hour.
I mean, you know. Oh, I did talk about the robots being racist and sexist, though. I did talk about. I
I
did talk
missed
about that.
that. That was the part I was trying to stick in for.
Yeah, I said it right after you fell asleep too.
Oh, how you know I fell asleep? I ate it.
You was out, baby. Trust me,
Uh,
you was there. That was some good silence. I was like, oh my God, she's really quiet. You were so quiet that when I made the statement about the joke, and I was like, yeah, this dude named Marcel made a joke about the United States. And
uh-huh.
then I said something United States again, and your Siri answered and was like, United States, so such and such, such and such, such and such. So I was like, oh my God, she sleep for real. If Siri picked up my voice from over here,
I'm sorry, good people. Y'all deserve better, and I'm gonna do better next time. It was the weed, and I had a little snack, and then
yeah,
I
yeah.
laid down thinking cause sometimes I record laying down.
And it works.
I'm gonna tell everybody don't do that. That's not a good look. It's not
Yeah.
productive to
Trust
what
me,
you got
one
going on.
of the
It's
5 times I
uncomfortable.
fell asleep on this podcast, no, my bad. 3 of the 5 times I fell asleep on this podcast, I definitely was laying down.
Uh, uh, uh.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I got a question.
Uh-huh.
Do you want to? Because I'm going back to sleep. But do you do you want this can be part one and we can do part two? Because ain't like we got shit else. I mean, I don't have anything else to do today. Because
All right.
there was other things I wanted to talk about, but
All right, we'll figure out something.
nah, nigga, you say figure it out. I won't talk to you for 2 more days.
All right,
That's how he
I'm
be
not
doing
being
me,
the N word. We will
Cause
definitely record something else.
he'll be
You
like, oh yeah, all right, I'm gonna call you. I got something
look,
to do. I'm gonna call you. 3 days later, hey sugar,
make
you want
sure you
to
get in
podcast?
contact with me
What?
whenever you wake up, and we will definitely do something. I don't care what distraction or twist or turn is
I
in
don't.
front of me or around me. I
But
will make it happen.
okay, but you can still, if you don't mind, I'll still take up the I guess transcript on this. and I'll still post this as part 1, and then we could do part 2. That's so fucked up. Fucked up. But Breakfast Club would never. They would
It's
never.
all good. And it's all to the good.
That's why it's Petty on the Rock.
I can't remember. Oh yeah, we was talking about police shit, and then it turned into I started getting into my Dr. Umar shit, and then you fell asleep when I started talking about Dr. Umar shit. So okay, all right, I'll be able to write out the.
That's crazy. I was supposed to be up and active, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm going to be doing the right thing." I took the time out, wrote my notes down, and this is the thanks I get. My body betrayed me. It was them 3 flights of steps from an hour ago, 2 hours ago.
Wow.
Yo. So the next episode is probably gonna be part 2 redo. That's what it's gonna be called.
We're gonna call part 2 redo. All right, that'll work. That'll work.
And this one, what you want to call this one?
Hump Day Part 1.
Okay, Hump Day Part 1. And what was the? I just said it.
Part 2
redo part. Yeah, part 2 redo. Yeah. All right, you guys. Thanks. It's been great. I'm really tired. And Vern, thank you. You're the best. And your talking did not go in vain. That's why I said we're gonna do 2 parts because I fucked up. I dropped the ball. It dribbled and ran into the street.
It's all good. I start sounding like a 75-year-old upset man.
As your voice started putting me to sleep, that's what happened. Because the first 20 minutes I was in there, and then you was talking about some other stuff, and next thing I was like,
I ain't got time for this shit. I'm gonna give me a nap. I'm gonna give me a nap on his time, damn it.
Isn't his voice very therapeutic? Like, I swear to goodness, I was literally trying to keep up with what you were talking about. Next thing you know, I was off in La La Land. It could be my short attention span. I don't know, but you were
like that.
Winded.
I'm not gonna take it personally that you fell asleep on me because I've fallen asleep on you.
Yes, you have.
And we have it all documented here. You guys should, listen to some of the old episodes. I know some of the news might be a little old, but guess what? We be beating the news to the news a lot.
Yo, if we would have did this earlier, I know for sure at least 3 platforms that I'm up on that have way more subscribers, listeners. Negro, they just now putting the story out about damn, what was it? It's something
the transgender jump.
No, I didn't even hear about that.
Yeah, remember I was talking about the transgender jump that was in prison getting the girls pregnant?
Oh yeah, that, and it was something
they late
else
on
too.
That. Yep.
So you know how that go. Okay, we done?
Yeah, we out of here.
All right. Love you long time, Vernon. Call me. I'll call. Should I call you when I wake up? I'll call you.
Call me as soon as you wake up. And if I don't
answer,
I'm going to get right to the phone. I promise.
All
Probably
right.
cutting grass.
All right.
All right.
Bye.
Oh, this has been another episode of Petty on the